Yo, yo. We pretend that airplanes and the night skies like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. We're gonna be starting soon, right? You know what I'm saying? If you pull up. I ain't gonna lie, this is series about to end it all, bro. The game that's about to end this series because there's no way the Cavs come back from this. Cavs been boss. Cavs let me down. Knicks defense better than I thought. Mitchell Robinson still ugly, but he played defense. What do the Cavs have to do to come back from this one? Stop letting James Harden switch. You do not switch everything. All right, we into it. Here comes Brunson. Hard up top. Anunoby outside, up top. Brunson already being guarded by Harden. Inside the Harden. This is it off picked. Jared Allen breaks away with the pass. Struz outside to Mitchell for three. Cash. Fade away over Towns. Kel Bridges misses the floater. Mobley inside. Out of bounds. Back to the Knicks. Bridges on the break. He's the only one down. All the Cavs defense already there. Towns coming up the court real slow. Mitchell guarding Brunson. Inside Bridges. Floater. Falls. Harden inbounds it to Mitchell. Hard up top, guarding Mitchell. Mitchell another three. Bottoms. Oh my God, that's filthy. 8-2. Hold on. Hold on. Game 5 in New York. Let me know something. Brunson. Guarded by Harden once again. Inside bounce pass. Outside Bridges. Corner. Brunson. Harden steps up to the plate. Penetrates. Kicks. Hart. Three. Buttery. Scores 5-8. Cavs on top. Mitchell walks into one. Doesn't go. And an Obi punt fake jab. Shot. Three. No good. And I don't be feeling himself with that three. That's not what I expect out of him. Mitchell to the corner for Strus. Wide open tray ball. Rattles in and out. Up to Bridges. Lob. One hand puts it in with a layup. Josh Hart finds his teammate Bridges as he rises up for that one. Inside Mitchell. One hand. Hook shot. 3-point lead for Cleveland. Just 3 minutes into it. And Anunoby right back to Brunson. Mitchell steps up to the plate. Mobley now switching on to Brunson. Around the screen, Harden switches. You should not have switched. This has been the problem all game. Then, easy left-hand layup for Brunson. Lefty on lefty action. Harden step back three, front of the rim. Bridges fouled on the fast break. Bridges the line shooting free throws. Makes his first. Tied up. He's shooting 69% from the field. Who you feeling like? Mikhail. Should have been named Michael. Harden to Mobley. Inside Jared Allen. Blocked by Towns. Off the backboard. Josh Harden the break all alone. Hand off. Bridges three. Off the front of the rim and off. Mobley. Passes cross court to Mitchell. Beats him off the dribble to Brunson. Back to Mobley for three. Left side. Cash. Brunson attacking Harden. Step back tray ball. Front of the rim. No good. Back to Towns. Up top left side. Woo! Cash money. lot of threes so far in this game. 5 made already. Mitchell makes the free throws. Has 10 of the 15 Cavalier points so far. Brunson to Towns, right back to Brunson. Guarded by Mobley. Step back three. No good. James Harden rebound. Strus up the right side of the court. Bridges already back with Towns. Throws it outside to Mitchell, who goes up for a fadeaway three. Hits nothing. Mobley with a putback dunk from the inside. 17-14, 6 minutes into the first quarter. Towns rebound up. Misses the putback. Mobley, great defense. Mitchell, Jared Allen, and Strus. Brunson back on defense. Up top, James Harden, three. Ooh, back of the board. That one's no good and rebounded by Anunoby. Towns throws it down. Timeout, Kenny Atkinson. Oh, this game looking a little better. You know what I'm saying? This game looking a little bit better. If you want to chat, go ahead, type something. Let me know. I don't know if y'all even care about this series, man. Let me go warm this up. Here's a 3-ball miss. Rebound, Josh Hart. One of the best guard rebounders in the league, we'll be honest. One of the best I've seen since Russ, the legend. Wade, guarding. Brunson. Steps through, blocked by Wade. You post up the wrong guy. Brunson's Wade's bigger than you. Couldn't even beat him face up. Look good defense. Towns with the tray ball. Snipers one from D. We like it. Towns hasn't missed from 3 yet. 2 for 2, 8 points. 19-17. James Harden step back 3-ball. Throws it out deep to Brunson. Ooh, I thought Brunson was going to give us a little two-hand jam for safety. And he laid it in, though. 21-17, 5 minutes left in the starting quarter of this game. Harden off the Jared Allen screen. Outside the way, Tree. No bueno. Josh Hart up to Anunoby. Anunoby throws it down. Oh, Max Strus, watch your head, young man. It gets dangerous down there. Yo, replay that dunk now. Ooh. I'm telling y'all, that was tough. Went up 2 hands on your head. My God. That was filthy, bruh. Oh my. If y'all can see that, go watch that. James Harden outside with Karl Anthony Towns on him. Little mismatch here. Dancing around. Here's James. 4 seconds. Foul. Talk about SGA all you want. James Harden really capitalized when using the free throw line as a way to score. Remember, he averaged 35 in the season. One of the best seasons we ever seen. MVP season. Don't cry about SGA. He does it and wins. You ain't hate Harden. You hated Harden. You was hating on Harden. You ain't hate him as much because he wasn't winning. It's a difference. Score is 23-19. Harden hits both free throws. We're only 8 minutes into this game and is already. Ooh! Bridges up to right there to Mitchell Robinson for the lob. Beautiful play from the backup center. Beautiful screen and roll play. Big to little. Merrill tries to play it. Jalen Tyson. I had to remember his name. I keep thinking Jordan Tyson, but that's the NFL brother. 5 seconds left. James Harden, McBride on him. 3. Cash. Brings this game within 3 points with just over 3 minutes left. James Harden with 5 hits his first 3 of 4 tonight. Brunson drives, sidestep. Mitchell kicks it out to the corner. Mikal Bridges, corner 3. In and out. Rebounded Jalen Tyson. 2-on-1 on the break. Goes through the chest of Brunson. Offensive foul. Brunson is a maestro at drawing charges. We've seen it all the time. He's one of the best. He's one of the best. Huh. You can't just step through. Hit the Euro step. Yeah, you ain't got to prove anything, brother, man. I'm telling you. I can imagine that he was saying it's very frustrating as a slasher to have a small guard always trying to draw charges. It used to happen to Westbrook. Probably used to happen to John Wall. John Wall. Ooh, McBride 3. Smooth. He hits it. 28-22. 2:43 left in the first quarter. McBride off the bench already hitting shots, making an impact. Corner 3 for Merrill. Cash money right back at you, young man. Cavs refusing to fall tonight. Robinson once again lob from Brunson. Throws it down with 2 hands. Watch your head. Donovan Mitchell downhill. Skips over your head floater. Too pretty. Oh, too pretty. I like it. Brunson gets Wade on his back. Inside. Kick out. Shamet 3. Boom. Shakalaka. Come on. Come on. 6-point game. Just under 2 minutes now. This first quarter is quite beautiful. Donovan Mitchell inside the Mobley Euro step. Strus try. Ooh, Jalen Tyson tries to tip it up, but doesn't get it. Mitchell Robinson on the rebound. Brunson walks into a 3. Cash. Buttery smooth. Doesn't get much easier than that. 7 points. First 3 for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Tyson 3. Back of the rim. No good. Out of bounds. Stays with the Cavs. Yo, how do I clean my mouse? Anybody here who watch lacrosse, I'm going to just tell you the championship today was special. Oh, my God. Princeton was putting it all over him. I'm telling you. Am I still subscribed to Sneako? I was about to say. I just made this man be posting the wildest videos. Hey, you're not wrong. Harden does not show up. Harden doesn't show up. And I hate to see it, bro. If it's one thing that you can always count on, Harden's not going to be there when you need him, bro. I've seen it too many times with the Rockets. And you just hope it changes. To me, this all depends on Mobley and Donovan Mitchell to step up. They're going to continue to attack Harden, and they keep letting them switch. Maybe you know, Coach Zach, why do you think they keep letting James Harden get switched on to Jalen Brunson? Josh Hart fadeaway, misses. Robinson tips it up. Knicks now have a 12-point lead. That close 2-point game they had before has quickly faded away. Quickly faded away. Inside Mitchell, right hand switches to the left, misses the layup. Rebound. Josh Hart, top of the key, kicks it to Brunson. Brunson guarded by Wade. Merrill there to help. Here comes McBride for a screen. Switches on to Mitchell. Mitchell steps up to guard Brunson. Brunson penetrates. Floater. Robinson rebound. No good with the putback. 11 seconds to go in the hands of the Cavaliers. And their star player, Donovan Mitchell, sets up Shamet, screen from Jalen Tyson. Step back, 3-ball. Mitchell, hard off the back of the rim. Shot clock, game clock, comes down to 0. 38-26 to end the first quarter, 12-point lead for the New York Knicks. You see, I agree because it makes no sense how you can continue to put him out there when every single time he gets fried. Like he's getting baked out there. I'm not going to lie. I think the Cavs were better last season. Who was their coach? I know they have a new coach. Who was their coach last? I think they were better last season. Oh, JB Bickerstaff. I don't want to. I think Kenny Atkinson. At least from what I'm seeing, he's not doing it the same. I felt like JB Bickerstaff really made the changes for the team, and they let him go. And James Harden, I don't think he would be doing this under most other coaches. Where hey, just switch on to their best player. It's whatever. No, it is the team's job to make sure he doesn't get caught. Draymond said it very well in a podcast. You're not going to sit there and let Curry get switched on to Kyrie in the NBA Finals. They literally did their best to avoid it. You could throw anybody out there, but it's just not going to be Steph Curry. Even if James Harden was good at defense or decent, you're not going to put your best player on them. Same reason SGA doesn't guard Stephon Castle. He has other things to do. We need him to score the ball, right? It's a reason you get guys like Caruso. It's a reason you get guys like Dort. It's a reason you get guys like Casey Wallace. They need that. They need it. They don't have it. They don't. They don't have a pure defender. They don't have that feisty point guard, feisty guard. Go and lock up another guard. At least it don't look like it to me. I'm not even going to call Donovan Mitchell like a good defender. He'll do the job, though. And James Harden is also just not producing on offense. He has not been for a while. I do want to see this be a close game. It'd be pretty cool to see them win in New York. Just for the antics of what's going to happen in New York if they win. Of course it's not possible for the Cavs to come back. We can come to that conclusion. But if we want to see them win this game, man, that's the first thing. No more James Harden on anybody. Put James Harden on McBride or something, bro. Put James Harden on Josh Hart. Alvarado downhill wide open layup, 26-40. Now 14-point lead for the Knicks. Inside to Jalen Tyson, catches it up to the corner. Mobley for three. That doesn't fall. Rebound McBride. Now taking it up the court. That's one guy I like. I forgot his name. Played on the Kings before this. Ellis, I think Keontae Ellis, number 14. Shamet. Here's the corner. Hart. No good. Rebound Towns. I think that's Keontae Ellis. I like him. He's a good defender. Keon Ellis, yeah. Put Harden on the bench. You know what, Coach? That's an answer too. Harden on the bench. Only problem is I don't think they have any other comparable offensive options. Especially, McBride. Three in his face. Ellis. Sorry, that was rude. I just get to talking about you too. I was just talking about you. McBride now 2 for 2 from three. 3 points, 6 points in 6 minutes. James Harden back in the game with Mobley, Ellis, Mitchell, and Tyson against Shamet, Hart, McBride, Alvarado, and Towns. 10 minutes left in the first half. Man, a beautiful shot from McBride right through the eyes of Keon Ellis. Oh my God! Didn't he need to hold the follow through, flick of the wrist, nice and pretty. You can't ask for much more than that. Some guys only need a sliver of space. Some guys need a little luck. Right here, Harden in the left corner. McBride on him. Tries to create space, loses control of the ball. McBride reaching in, holding his own. Ball goes off the backboard. Would you even count that as a shot? Shaman in the corner. Punt fake gets Mobley flying. Tray ball falls. Woo! That's a 20-point lead for the New York Knicks. This team is insane. Yo, both sides of the ball. I've seen the Knicks lock up. I've seen the Knicks hit shots. Beautiful shots. They're hitting their threes. They're firing on all cylinders. Game over with. I'm telling you, every time I say I'm going to do the last Cavs stream, Cavs Knicks, they got fried. I do this one. They already getting cooked, bro. I want a good, entertaining game. It's 26-46. What I'm supposed to do with that? How can I make that look good? You tell me. Get a job. You tell me, bro. It's okay, though. We just going to stay strong, enjoy the game. I'm telling you, Cavs need to change things up. If you're in the East, like the crazy thing is, apparently, I'm just starting to realize it's not that hard to make it out. I think getting James Harden was just a bad decision. I think it was a bad decision. Oh, They over here shooting half-court shots, bro. Just want $10,000. Hold on. Get your money then, bro. I need $10,000. Knicks might not lose again till next year. Danhausen. I didn't even know who this was. I had to look him up. There's an article on why he says he's the reason the Knicks are making a playoff run. Amid the Knicks' tremendous playoff run, WWE's Danhausen has become the team's unofficial good luck charm. Danhausen cursed the Cleveland Cavaliers ahead of the Eastern Conference Finals, and now the Knicks are on the brink of sweeping the series. Yeah, they're swept now. Thank you, Danhausen. You did your due diligence. He showed up with support for the New York on social media ahead of Game 4. Yo, this man looks demonic. I ain't watched WWE in a while. He initially cursed the Knicks, but lifted that curse during the first round series against the Hawks. New York won 10 consecutive games since then. Houston uncursed it. And the Knicks are just a win away from making the finals for the first time since 1999. Jesus. 27 years. My mic is low. Okay, babe. I'm trying to fix my mic. Yeah, look. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Mobley, top of the key, punt fakes, goes inside, throws one up. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Hart, McBride, corner for three. Whew, no good. Rebounded by Keon Ellis. Ellis looking for his point guard, James Harden. I guess that's your only option. Screen from Allen. Tries to walk into a three. Into the corner for Keon Ellis. Alvarado closes out quickly. Mobley through McBride, the smaller guard. No good. Loses control of the ball. Alvarado on the break. Lays it up. That is now a 22-point lead, and you can see it on Stanley's face. The game is over. Pockets picked. Donovan Mitchell by Karl Anthony Towns. Alvarado walks into one. Towns with the putback dunk. Kenny Atkinson looked lost. I wonder if he's going to call a timeout. You know what he did in game one? Jared Allen, 20-0 run for the last 5 minutes. Harden three. No good. He's fouled. They had to get some type of points, I guess. Oh, my Lord. Okay, thank you, baby. I'm glad it sounds better now. Yo, this is bad. This is bad. WWE curses blessing the Knicks. Crazy. Brunson don't even look happy to win. He said, I just need to get past these bombs. Get me past these little guys. You got me going up against a scrub. He calling James Harden a scrub. We got to talk about some of the biggest playoff floppers of all time. James Harden is about to have the most playoff games without a championship. He's going to pass Big Freaky, all-time weirdo Karl Malone. Okay? You know how bad that is? You know how sad that is? Right under him is John Stockton. Yeah. James Harden, you're not in good company. You're not. You said you've never missed the playoffs. It's not going to happen this year. You might as well. It hurts. It's like you get teased every year. You just never been good enough. Alvarado gets a steal. What did they used to call him? Grand Theft Alvarado. Towns inside to Anunoby. Dunk swatted by Jared Allen. Oh, my God. Mitchell right back with it. Mikal Bridges in front of him. Inside, Mobley. Corner for Keon Ellis. Tray ball. Rattles in and out. Bridges. Anunoby walks in from near the logo. Straight through the rim. 53-29. Mitchell right back at you. Come on now. Come on now. At least do something. Make it look like you want it. Make it look like it. Alvarado gets a screen from Robinson. Anunoby. Hand off to Bridges. Right back to Alvarado. Keon Ellis up for the job. Right past him into the hands of Robinson, but it's off his chest. No good. Mitchell attacks. Floater. Front of the rim. Rebounded. Mitchell Robinson. Bridges now takes it up the court. Alvarado looking for a screen. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges attacks Harden. Gets into the paint. Throws it out. Anunoby. Step back over Ellis. Once again, Anunoby hits from the free throw line. We're just 5 minutes into the second quarter, and it's not looking pretty. This game looks all but over. I hate to say it. Bridges on a fast break. Sorry, Mitchell, you did not do enough. Fouled by Evan Mobley. Send Bridges to the line. It's getting bad out here. It's getting bad. Somebody send help. Somebody send help. This is sad basketball. Sad, sad basketball. Hits the first free throw. Bridges already got 7 points. I ain't gonna lie, like we'll be honest. Bridges was one of them guys for a point, right? On the Suns, he was one of those role players you all wanted. Everybody wanted a Bridges. 3-and-D for real. Gets to the Nets. Goes insane. Putting up points on a bad team. Understandable. 25-3 on fast break points. Knicks are annihilating the Cavs, bruh. Mitchell out here trying to lose Shamet. Top of the key all alone on Mitchell Island. Robinson came in for the block. Mitchell got scared. Couldn't even put the shot up. Bridges to Anunoby. Anunoby drives in. Kicks out. Jared Allen deflects the ball out of bounds. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm hearing that. And I'm not mad at him making his third time in a Cavs jersey. And if he retires as a Cav, I respect it. Now, where will Bronny be? Bronny got to stay in L.A., right? I actually kind of like his development. I think Bron has done pretty well to build something in L.A. I think they need Luka, and they need a Caruso. They need another one of those. A feisty guard who will lock up. They also need a new center. I'm sorry. They need a new center. If they can, in the draft, get a decent guy, you just need a rebounder. I don't know what pick they have. I'm lying. They don't have a good pick. I'm tripping. They don't have a good pick. I'm trying to think. If there was like a Koa Pete on the board, right? There's no way Yaxel Lindenborg's up there. Who would the Lakers pick? Like, who would they want around Bron? You need a big, right? You know it's not Ayton. Aiton's got all the skill but the wrong mentality. Brunson misses the free throw. I wouldn't be mad at seeing Bron back in Cleveland, though. That could make for some good hoops, good TV. He might do a whole nother TV production for it, too. You know what I'm saying? Might as well. Get your money, donate to the kids, right? Yo, Spike Lee in every shot. Glass is huge on his face. Bridges catches it on the inside. 3 defenders around him, none of them taking the ball. Shaman working on Merrill. 3, put up. Straight to Merrill, your face. Come on. That's bad. Merrill, that's bad, Merrill. Merrill, that's bad. I'm telling you that's bad. Shaman 3 for 3, 9 points, all beyond the arc. Bridges takes on the Harden assignment. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Right past him. Kicks it out. Ellis. Right up there. Strus. Tray ball falls. 35-61. Anunoby takes it inside. Kicks out to Bridges. Fade away 3. Rebounded. Robinson. Can't control the ball, and it goes the opposite way to the Cavaliers. Robinson was fighting for his life against 3 Cavs players, and man, they were struggling. Robinson was about to come away with that one. Looks like he's holding his wrist, though, like he's in a little bit of pain. Robinson is a big guy. You know who would be a great center for the Lakers? Daniel Gafford. I seen Daniel Gafford work on the Wizards, on the Mavericks. He did all the work he needed. He was handling business. If you can get him in LA, he will do the job of rebounding and defense. And he going to catch a lob. Daniel Gafford is kind of tough. I promise you that he's kind of tough. I don't know if y'all know about Daniel Gafford. On the Wizards, he would handle business. He'll be tough on the Lakers. That's the type of guy y'all need, just to do his job. That's it. What's bro name with the mohawk and the curly hair, light-skinned center? He wasn't it. %37 from the free throw line, Mitchell Robinson. Lowest all time in playoff history. Ooh, that is rough. Well, they talking about Mitchell Robinson having some health issues, man. Mental health issues, man. Going through it, man. I pray you straight. Mental health issues are very real. Very real. Yo, man, he cannot shoot free throws, though. Golly, he missed both of them. They look different. Like he changed his form. And it just made sense to me right then. He ain't had no confidence in his form. James Harden threw Brunson outside. He kicks to that same corner, shoots for 3. No way. Doesn't go. Brunson, punt fake, step back. Gives it to Anunoby. Timeout called by the Knicks. Mike Brown calls the timeout for the Knicks. Just want to make sure these guys is locked in. Woo. 24-point lead. New York doing everything they need to do. That's true. That's true. I can see them making a big move. You're right. They making a front office move is the first step. You got to have guys who know what they're doing. You know, it's gonna be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see the business decisions and the team decisions they make. And I will say, I don't know. I'm assuming this is common take that JJ Redick is a way better coach than I ever expected him to be. I expected him to be run of the mill, average. Yes, he has a great team, but he's actually like a very smart, high IQ basketball guy. And I used to watch his podcast, so I kind of got that. But I really see it now. I really see it in his coaching style. Thank you, baby. This game all but over, man. I wish I could really put stats up here. Me too. Me too. Do you have a favorite team yourself, Coach Zach? Ah, you're right. That's rough. That's rough. Pat Riley's kind of keeping you guys at the bottom of the NBA. Not the bottom, just right, good enough to not get a good pick, but bad enough to not really make the playoffs. It's kind of sad, bro. Because I like Bam Adebayo. I like Tyler Hero. I like Jaime Jaquez. I like Khalil Ware. But it's a lot that got to be figured out. Y'all got to, like, go get a star or be bad enough to get a pick. I ain't gonna lie. Watching the Heat with Jimmy Butler was all time hoops. Watching him lose, watching the Heat beat the Celtics was one of my favorite series. If they could have pulled that off, I think that would have been one of the coolest rings in recent history. Bridges corner three, no good. Just under 5 minutes left. It is 61-37. Cavs are way below. Mobley, hook shot right over Towns. I haven't seen much from Towns offensively today. 7-0 run for the Cavs. I mean, what does that mean, though? This just puts you down 21, 22. I'll be honest. Towns is facing a tough defense, though, in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. But he's been doing his thing. Rebound Mobley after the Towns floater. Mitchell now walking it up. Hard out there in the corner. Right side guarding him. Around the Mobley screen. Pull up. Midi. Just short. Front of the rim. Josh Hart downhill. Lays it in. Foul. Donovan Mitchell. That's Mitchell's third foul. You might got to. I mean, yeah, I would sit him. Three fouls already is a lot. But I mean, hey. Brunson might have him another like 11, 12 assist game. Josh Hart misses the first free throw. Man, Josh Hart is a very valuable player. Wasn't Josh Hart on the Lakers at one point? Wasn't he drafted by the Lakers? Or am I wrong? He makes the second free throw. Mitchell leading the game with 15 points right now. But he's got no help out there, bro. James Harden working on Brunson into the lane, posts it up, fades away, hits it. Harden finally finds the bottom of the net. Brunson around the screen from Towns, corner, Bridges, drives, kicks. Anunoby, left side, kicks out Hart, tray ball, short. Harden now with it. Hits his little cross tween, up, blocked and fouled by Anunoby. James Harden doesn't have that lift or that burst or anything that helps him get past or above players like he used to. He can still dribble the ball, but that can only do so much if you can't explode. Yeah, he smacked away Brunson. They should have called that, but I mean, hey, happens. Oh yeah, you know what? I do want to see Giannis in Miami. But will Pat Riley do what needs to be done to let that happen? Will he give up who needs to be given up to let that happen? That's the real question. What package do you get to still be reasonably in championship contention to get Giannis? I think as long as you keep your guard and Tyler Hero, I think you can get rid of Hawkes. I also think you can get rid of Kalel Ware. Josh Hart holding his hand as Brunson hits a floater. And Mitchell with a shot from deep. Three more for him. Outside, Bridges three. Rebounded by James Harden. 2 minutes left in the first half. James Harden takes on Josh Hart. Drives. Jumps. Gets Towns off his feet. Draws the foul. I mean, I don't want to sit here and say he never goes up with it first time because he's that high IQ where he's just going to take how it, you just, it's all about feel. You just go based off the defense. He saw Towns back up, walking, lost his momentum. It's just hard. He just gonna keep drawing fouls because he know that's really his only way to get a bucket. See, Pat Riley has to retire. Got to retire from basketball. He just got to be like a fun guy who's always there. He's got to hit a Greg Pop. A very different situation, but he's got to hit a Greg Pop. Just be in the background, help him out. But you can no longer be the owner and the GM, especially not the GM. Let him just be an owner. 15-3 run from the Cavs for the last 5 minutes. Okay. Brunson outside by himself with Mitchell on him. Steps out, steps back in. Passes to Bridges. Bridges can't find a pass. Harden all over him. Can't breathe. Fade away. Buttery smooth. My Lord, finds the bottom of the net. Bridges always finding a way. Mitchell inside, outside to Mobley. Triple. No good. Shamet going to the line, a foul on Max Strus. Just a minute left. I did not see that one. Bridges just making a way. What a beautiful shot. Lead back at 20 points with 108 left in the second quarter. That's 10 points for Landry Shamet, who's already hit 3 of his 3 threes. Man, it's not even comp. This is not comp. This is not competition. Mitchell, guarded by Shamet, puts up the shot. 3, fouled. With 59.9 left in the game. Left in the first half. Shamet, big number 44, with the foul. Mitchell is the first free throw. Mike Brown been coaching for a minute. I did not know. I'll be honest, he doesn't look as old as I guess he actually is. He's probably not that old, but I wouldn't have known that he was coaching the Cavs in '07. Brunson with under 50 left. Guarded now by Harden. They obviously, for some reason, want to switch again. Inside, Bridges. Blocked by Jared Allen. Telly, you see that afro, you just be careful. Inside to Mobley, who does not catch the ball. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Keep your head up. Y'all tried. I think. I hope. I hope you tried. I really do. 18 points off turnovers for the Knicks. Both teams in the bonus. This is a rough one to watch, bro. Brunson guarded by Mobley. Takes it down. Ooh, shot. Brunson, mid-range. Rattles right out. Here's Mitchell. There's a 19-point lead for the Knicks. Floater off the back of the rim. No good. 1 second left. Bridges full court. Short. Going into the half, the Knicks lead 68 to 49. We thought we saw a stinker yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is worse. This one is worse. Elite, but Donovan Mitchell's doing his best. Donovan Mitchell is actually putting up a strong effort, but everybody else is just out there. Can you really ask from? Oh my God, I forgot about that. They sitting here showing highlights from yesterday, bro. I seen enough. I seen enough. Is it done with? Is it done with? Anybody in here want to get a predictions? Anybody want to get their predictions on who's gonna make it to the finals and what the series will be? How many games and who will win? Who versus who? And what's the series going to? I'm going Thunder Knicks after they win in 7, hopefully. Hopefully 6, but probably 7 to the Spurs. And then Thunder in 6 in the NBA Finals versus the Knicks, obviously. The Knicks are on an insane run. They are. They are. I don't want them to beat the Thunder because that's my team. But I do think you think the West is fighting for second place? That is a bold take. That's a bold take. The Knicks have been on a different level in the playoffs. Like they have stepped up notches, like insane. I think it'll be a very competitive NBA Finals. Same way the Pacers stepped up in ways we never saw. The Knicks are doing it this year. I don't know if I got them fighting for second place. Now, I will say this. People still are not accepting the fact that the Thunder are hobbled. They don't have their second best player. They don't have any offensive options available to score outside of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The MVP, yes, you can only do but so much when you have very aggressive defensive playing you and none of your guys are hitting shots. So you don't get your usual 10, 11 assists when you got Jalen Williams going 1 for 7. So if that's the case, no J-Dub and no A.J. Mitchell at least is a guy who can dribble and create shots, then yeah, it could go Knicks. It could, especially if I'm seeing how we played last game. But it would take 4 outstanding performances from Jalen Brunson. It would take 4. But also, I think they're going to continue to attack guys like Brunson. At least they're going to try their best to. They're not going to be as worried at the rim. You just faced Wembanyama. If this goes 7s, they will be beat up. It's going to be what they say, rest versus rust. Yep, it's going to be rest versus rust. Yeah. I think it'll be exactly that. Because it's really going to be hard to take on Brunson and Towns and even Anunoby when you just came off a 7-game series with one of the best teams and one of the best players and defenders in the league. It won't be as difficult as that last series in skill level and the team you're facing on paper, but it'll be probably just as hard because of you just came off of that. And I think that's also what could give OKC the advantage for this series if we go down the line once we get to game 6 and 7. The fact that they had more rest could help, but that could also help the Knicks in the finals, right? Once you get past game 5, if it gets to that or gets to game 6, they could have the advantage because of the rest they've had. They weren't as bruised up as this very physical OKC and San Antonio series, which is honestly, you're seeing SGA fall. Whether you think it's on purpose or not, those falls impact your body. Nobody just falls just cause, not that much. Yeah, sure he might flop. Yeah, sure he might sell a call, but just falling to the ground, that you feel that, right? You feel that. Same with Chet Holmgren. Oh my God, that man makes me mad. Chet Holmgren has yet. I'm telling you, Wembanyama is the boogeyman to that guy. Oh my God. Chet just hasn't done anything. I need to see. Like, he was the second pick. I want y'all to understand it was Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren. Yes, Chet is good on defense, but he has yet to show that he is a good offensive, like a really good. He should be. For there's no reason him or Mobley shouldn't be the best center, best American-born center in the league. And neither of them. I mean, they might be, but they're not even good. Like, they don't even compare to the overseas. All the centers that are from overseas are better. All of them. Yeah, it is. It is. Only guy who's been to the finals on the Knicks is Bridges, and that was an interesting series. That's where we see Giannis become a man. That's where we see Giannis turn into a grown man. OKC will have advantages, but how much will they be able to use them without? Honestly, missing J Dub is such a big hit, bro. I seen it yesterday. If you just stop SGA, and for some, he was just easier to stop yesterday. He wasn't hitting his shots. Castle was very aggressive with him, off ball and on ball. Hey, it's not going to be impossible. It's not. It's not going to be impossible. It really could go 6 or 7, and it's a possibility. I'm not going to sit there and say this is a guaranteed win. Last year wasn't even a guaranteed win. And who really saw? Oh, Pacers about to give them work. Who said that about the Thunder last year? Had the best record in series in in their history, in team history. You can't sit here and say a Knicks team that honestly looks a little bit scarier than that Pacers team did won't give them good bump. This could be a nasty looking series. Oh, coach, did you see that? Did you see the lacrosse championship? If you did, tell me your thoughts. Notre Dame could not handle the zone. They also don't know how to score a man up. Wow. That was kind of bad. They stepped up very, very, very late, but I uh I was very confused. I honestly thought Notre Dame would win, but I did not know Princeton's offense was really like that. Nate Kabiri couldn't do a thing though. Ivy League is different. Seeing them one Syracuse lost to Princeton and Harvard. Harvard surprised me. Yale was nice. Who else was nice? Penn kind of gave us a little bump. They did. Ivy's was different. They really developed their guys. It's crazy. I just thought Yago and Matt Jeffrey, their goalie for Notre Dame, was insane. He stopped everything. They just couldn't help him. He was out there by himself. Same with Sean Light. Sean Light's still the best defender. I've like one of the best defenders I've ever seen. And I think he can honestly win the tour time. I think he deserves the tour time. But that game just showed me a huge difference. To the comp over there in the Ivies was insane. Almost like 4 of them were ranked. It's usually the ACC, but think no UMD. That's one thing. No Duke, no Penn. It was an Ivy League thing. It was fun to watch up until that game. UNC been trash. This been different. Yeah, I'm telling you. I think Sean Light has gotten so good. It's like a corner. I heard they said this on the broadcast. It's like a corner who does his job. You're not going to hear his name called because they're not getting the ball thrown at them. Sean Light, Kabiri did not do anything. He didn't even think about dodging. I swear to you, he did not even like, yo, okay, I'm about to take. No, no. Why would you do that? They did. They did. They were losing to each other. They just weren't that strong. Syracuse, I'll be honest. I knew Syracuse was phonies when they lost that Harvard game. Harvard was good, but they just aren't supposed to be. They should not, on paper, they shouldn't beat Syracuse. And also, Syracuse, they make dumb decisions. When I see them throw, I'll see them throw BTB. I saw them throw a BTB in the most uncalled for moments. Their offense isn't organized enough. It's not structured enough. I think the whole unstructured style of Syracuse lacrosse that they're like holding on to with dear life is tearing them down. It's not working anymore. You cannot just be, oh, we're just a free flowing. Our guys are, we got guys. I love Joey Spallina. He works great off ball, but he cannot take anybody. If you just give him the ball and tell him get a bucket, it's going to be a hard day. You like Luke Roa could do it at times. They had decent defenders. Goalie was okay. They lost to UNC twice. That's what really got me. It's just like, yeah. Like my whole lacrosse mind has grown so much. I'll just be like watching stuff like these mistakes like you just should not be making. And after just talking to some of the guys on the team, they're like, shot up Ananobi, huh? No good. They're just telling me that um Gary Gates just like a GM. He's not really in there giving out the notes and like he's just a GM. He's just the face of the team. And I expected that. I expected that because you see that a lot, but they're also like he's very quiet. And I also expected that too because you don't hear Gary Gay. You can hear a lot of coaches or see on their face. Like there is no expression on Gary Gates' face. He's almost always smiling. It's kind of odd. And it's not like you have to show all your emotion, but show something like that's reasonable. That makes sense. Like it's a little interesting. All right, we're back into it. Josh Hart to Anunoby spin move right over Strus. Ooh, too much on it. Josh Hart rebound put back. Yeah, you're right. Talent doesn't win championships anymore. Figurehead. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. You cannot just be talented. But but it's because the game has gotten so tactile. It's just like basketball. All sports, honestly. They're at a point where you got to be good on. You got to have plays. You got to have a team that works together to be cohesive. You can't just have the strongest, the fastest shooter, the best dodger. If they don't work together, it's nothing. I was just like, you know what? It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So yeah, but I think it's better for the sport though, because it makes it more like who's gonna win. This season was like I knew Syracuse wasn't the top team. I was like, I don't think Notre Dame is even the top team. I didn't think Princeton was either. I honestly thought UNC was until they folded towards the end of the season. And I thought Princeton was about second best and Notre Dame was about same tied with them, but they showed me. I was just like that. And I honestly was sleeping on Yale too. I thought they could have done something. Jared Allen on the inside. Hook shot over Anunoby. A little off the angle. Josh Hart bounced past Anunoby. Put back by Hart. Foul. Anunoby's headed to the line. Anunoby hits both free throws. Coach Zach, look, I'm trying to get back to UDC. I want to call their lacrosse and basketball games. The guy they have there now, I don't believe in him. He could never get my name right. He missed a simple job of asking. It's one thing they tell me all the time. Just ask. If you don't know how to say somebody's name, just ask. He does not do that. He continues to get it wrong. That is disrespectful. And I think I might know the game a little more than him. He can go call soccer or something. It was, very unpredictable. And I liked it that way. It makes it fun to watch. When you know who's going to win. Ooh, Donovan Mitchell. Oh, my God, Struce, what you think? Donovan Mitchell fouled on a three, sent to the line. Score 72 to 53. But I think sports are always better when they're unpredictable. They're always better when they're unpredictable. I just need Pat Thomas to give me that opportunity, man. As soon as I graduate, I'm sending her that email. I'm sending all the schools, honestly, around, but trying to do something. Mitchell 2 for 2 so far. I'm really just curious, bro. How does this go in the finals? It'll be a good finals. In going into the playoffs, I said here, whoever wins the East, it's going to be Spurs Thunder in the series that everybody's going to want to watch for the championship. And after that, the NBA finals won't be as competitive or entertaining. But I no longer believe that. After seeing the Knicks do what they've done, handling business, doing their due diligence, this could be one of the best series we've watched. Could be one of the best we've watched. Or if it's Spurs, honestly, I don't think the Spurs will do it as well. Actually, I don't know. Bridges takes one up through some contact, misses. Towns right over Mitchell, guarding him. Pass to Brunson. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks it inside the heart. Shot clock winds down to 0. Turnover. You know what? Hey, let's talk to her. I'd appreciate that. The Knicks. I think they are. I don't know. I see the Spurs defense, and it's so dominating. And I also think that Wemby is so inevitable, especially on defense. Like he'll have an off offensive night, but on defense he's always there. And to me, the Thunder are so good at defense on every level, better than the Spurs to me. They just don't have that anchor. Like Chet Holmgren is here, Wemby's here. Like it's no comparison. So that's the difference. But if you're a guard, you're gonna struggle. Caruso, Dort, Casey Wallace, anybody. But on offense is where the difference comes. The Knicks probably have a better offense and options than both teams. That's my new conclusion as of right now. Both these teams are depending on Dylan Harper's growing a lot, and I like him. Yeah, it's all about SGA. That's that's the only comparable offensive player out there. J Dub's not there. AJ Mitchell off the bench hasn't been able to play. He's injured. If you're the Cavs, Stephon Castle cannot run your offense. De'Aaron Fox, he's good. He's not. I'm not counting on him though. Wemby's good. They just don't draw up plays for Wemby. That's one problem I don't like about Mitch Johnson. They're just like, Wemby's so good, he'll get a bucket. But create plays, set up pick and rolls, make ways for Wemby to score written on paper, on the whiteboard, right? Draw it up. You can tell there's never Wemby plays. That's a problem to me. The Knicks are very complete though, because their defense has also shocked me. It has. I think I didn't watch them enough in the regular season. I didn't for sure actually, but they're uh they're good. They're good. I hate to say as a fan of one of the teams that's in the last four left, if we face the Knicks, it's likely that it's a good chance it goes 7. But at least I think we'll have the home court advantage. That's our advantage. We'll have home court. Playing in OKC and in San Antonio are probably two of the hardest, as you hear always. And New York though, and New York, because it still is. It is still MSG. It's going to be crazy environments everywhere you go. The difference is though, we'll be honest. The difference is when you play in New York and when you play in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has diehard fans. New York City and you go into a MSG Knicks game, I hate to say it, it's just full of people, guys with money. It's just full of guys who got money to pay for $3,000 tickets. I don't think everybody in there is real Knicks fans. Will be making all the noise you want them to make. They're not all gonna put on color coordinated T-shirts. Like their fans are different. They're guys with money who've been liking the Knicks for a while. But I don't think they're like, die hard. We're going to do whatever to help the Knicks win. But I don't know how much of a difference that'll make. The NBA would love for it to go 7. That's their money. I think that's also why I know the conference finals here. The conference finals for the Spurs and Thunder is going 7. Machine Gun Kelly's from Cleveland. I don't know who that was next to him, but I will say that was interesting. Looked like a child, but that's none of my business. Anunoby out here creating offense, bro. Like, come on. You got Anunoby out here creating offense. Anunoby on the break. Pass to Brunson. Up back to Anunoby. Reach back and throw it down on his head. That is quite rude, young man. You should not do things like that. 12 turnovers for the Cavs. 22 points. Capitalized off those turnovers for the Knicks. Outside, Harden in the corner. Mitchell skipped through the lane, missed the layup. It is 82-56. Throws it back to Hart. Back outside, Brunson on the right wing. Short. And Anunoby putback jam. Filthy. And Anunoby with no regard for the rim. You got to use that thing again, sir. Come on. And Anunoby picks Jarrett Allen's pockets. Oh, gee. There is not, you know what? That explains it all. There is nothing else to do in Oklahoma. If it's not Oklahoma football, it's OKC basketball. That's all they got. You know what I'm saying? Probably nothing but farmland out there. It's not a state you would catch me in. All honesty. You could not catch me down there. Inside Hart. Double dribble. That one was pretty obvious. They're beating them by 28. Jesus. Fight back, man. Fight back. Fight back, please. It's not good for the sport for you to lose like this, Donovan Mitchell. You got Coco Jones. I got guys that'll die for Coco Jones. I got friends that'll do what it takes for Coco Jones. And you out here losing 3-0. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, D-Mitch. I know it's not your fault. You just the leader of the team. I'm going to come at SGA like this if we lose. If we lose. I just see Karl Anthony Towns run for his life down the court and throw down a windmill that did not count. That was tough, though. I did not know he could windmill. Play that again. That deserves a play. I did not know Towns could get up like that. My Lord. That's a weak call. I'll be honest. That was a bad pass. Him moving his body wasn't the real. I mean, it was, but it was just weak. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell's doing his job, bro. Like, you cannot ask for much more from him. And I know that I'm coming at him, but like, come on. Drop 50, bro. They need something. They need Jesus. Hart in the corner. Drives, kicks, bridges, triple. Rebound, Harden. Bounces it. Bounce pass, Mitchell. Step back, 3, front of the rim. Just short. Stolen by Wade. Mitchell to Harden from deep. Unlucky bounce. Rebounded by Hart. Yeah, I think they'll sit him at the end of this quarter. I don't even think they'll sit their top 7, probably their top 5. Yeah, go ahead, sit everybody. You can play Jose Alvarado. Let him lead the team. Like, if you're the Cavs, though, like, I've always wondered, as a coach in the playoffs, how do you look if you take your starters out with a whole quarter left? That's rude. Like, I wouldn't even, like, if I'm the Knicks and I see them take their starters out, I'd be like, nah, I'm going to keep my starters in so you keep yours in because I'm not going to let you give up like that. You're not allowed to give up like that. You can't go out 4-0 and not go down swinging. I need to see D. Mitch on the court till that clock hits 0. Brunson, corner 3. Ooh, ooh. 33. 33. My bad. He just hit a tray ball in the corner. Brunson now, 13 points. Merrill screening for Harden. Harden bounce pass into Merrill. Pass it to Mobley, who does not catch it. It's deflected, but stays with the Knicks. Bridges, one more. McBride, corner to Shamet. Up for the dunk. 2 hands. Yo, better watch your head, Mobley. You supposed to be an elite rim protector. If you don't swat that, game is raps, babe. Game is raps. I'm glad you know. Your brothers watching, babe? Are they seeing this pure annihilation? Bridges, off the screen from Robinson. Working on Mobley. Outside to Shamet. Finds himself in the mid-range, spot up. Misses it. Mobley walking it up. Mobley with Robinson in front of him. To Jalen Tyson. Up to Mobley. Throws down an easy dunk. Mobley's got 11 and 7 rebounds. It's not a bad game for Mobley. I'm just never going to depend on Evan Mobley to lead my team in scoring. Brunson outside to Bridges, step back 3. Rebound Robinson out of bounds. Stays with the Knicks, off of Merrill's hands. Kenny Atkinson, if you challenge that, I mean, I guess, bro. It's no use. I'm about to say, you looking back there like you gonna win the game with that challenge. This is one out of bounds play. Challenge something that gets you free throws. Shamet inside to Robinson. Woo. Throw that down nice and easy. Mitchell Robinson, 2, tacked on. Mobley working on Shamet inside and 1. Robinson looks a little bit slower. He looked like he got that. I don't know if that wrist thing slowed him up, but he looks a little slower. But I mean, what does it mean? What does it mean, honestly? I'm not gonna lie. Every time I watch playoff basketball, it make me want to go out there and hoop. I want to go back and hoop, man. I want to get some more buckets. Yes. Okay. See, they need to have a mercy rule sometimes. Cavs out here playing music. Like, y'all up here dancing to music. This is really over. I don't know if you see this, but I see him dancing. Like, why are you dancing? Mm. I see Cavs fans just like this. Come on now. I ain't gonna lie, no music. No music. No entertainment, bro. The basketball is the entertainment. You better let the fans on the court talk to the players. Like it's something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. You gotta play some like get hype music. Like you don't have nobody singing along. You need to tell the fans, hey, we've got 5 minutes to log. Something, bro. Something is better than this. Anything is better than what they don't want to win, bro. I'm telling you, the Cavs wasn't serious about winning nothing. Especially if you got James Harden. If James Harden is your midseason pickup, you're better off with Darius Garland. Outside, Shamit, left side, three, buttery. You got Mike Breen throwing out bangs to Landry Shamit. That's how you know it's over. Jalen Tyson, step back. Rebound, Wade, Harden, up top. Screen from Mobley. Working on Robinson. Tyson again, ill, nasty form. Made sense why that one didn't go in. He looked like he about to jump 20 feet in the air or something when he shoot his jumper. Does not look like he's shooting a three. Up the court to Tyson. Layup. Goes through. It is 94-67. I don't even want to do the math right now. I don't feel like it, but that's a lot of points. Brunson, little half spin, fadeaway butter. Too nasty. Up by 29 points. 15 points for Brunson. He don't even need much. 5 assists. Over to Mobley, skip pass. Back to Jalen Tyson. Up high for the lob. Mobley throws it down. 2 hands. Bridges. Pockets picked by Harden. He shoots the triple. Rims out. Rebound by McBride. 1 minute left in the third quarter. 96-69. Merrill, listen, you don't need to be tapping Brunson like he your friend. That's your enemy right now. He has no respect. He's like, I feel bad, bro. You want pity? You a grown man want pity? I tell you now, bro, I'd rather die disrespectfully than go out friends. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather lose disrespectfully than lose as friends. Because I didn't show respect to myself the way I lost. I'm going to go out swinging. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. Up to Jalen Tyson. Saved by McBride. Merrill did look like he fouled Brunson. Mike Breen, you're right. Wasn't a whistle. I think they're done with calling the whistle. There is now 24 points off turnovers for the Knicks compared to 13 for the Cavs. Brunson, right past Merrill, inside. There is a lot of physicality. Robinson with the rebound. They refuse to blow that whistle. They said, can we please get this over with? At some point you got to. At some point you got to. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, nah, it should have been a foul early. I ain't gonna lie. They don't want to blow the whistle. They want to leave. They want to leave. This is not a good look. Hey, all honesty, to wrap this up, they can find a way to push through in the game. This is hard to watch. They are now advertising WWE Clash in Italy in the middle of the third quarter. It's that unentertaining, bro. It was actually entertaining in the first quarter. It was good. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened eternally for things to just switch up like this. I thought they was going to fight back, bro. I was like, they might want to win in New York. New York Knicks fans don't care. They traveled all the way to Cleveland. Cleveland, I'm gonna just say, bro. Cleveland is nothing without LeBron. They are nothing without LeBron, bro. Mitchell's has got 28. He's had a great game. He's had a fantastic game. He can go home with a smile on his face. He really can't, though. He got swept. Yeah, who care about all NBA if you getting swept by the Knicks? Swept, bro. Swept. It's not a good look. It's okay, though. I guess. Jalen Brunson, all NBA second team. Maybe we'll talk about that after. Mitchell. Mitchell just like, hey, take me home. This game just look over, bro. It's 98-71. See, my question is, right? Because I'm just doing this on YouTube. And I've done games, like I've done bad lacrosse games where they're getting beat on. I did one. And I was too biased, is what my professor told me. So my question is, how do you truthfully make this enjoyable to watch and do your best to keep people around without being rude to the other team and the fans who are down by 30 and they're about to get swept? It's difficult because I can say whatever here. I have all freedom. But if I'm on NBC or Prime or ESPN or ABC or TN, like what can you possibly say? That's when you start talking about WWE or you talk about all NBA team and not what's happening on the court. Mistake by the land, man. This is a big mistake. This is atrocious basketball. This is bad. They might as well be playing in a peach basket, bro. This is. I'm actually happy the Knicks made it, bro. That's good for basketball. I was talking to my mans. I'm like, what if the Knicks win the finals? That would be good for the world of basketball. And if I'm being honest, I'm starting to think that's what the NBA wants, and they've been hiding it all season. I would not be too mad at that. I would not hate that. I'm actually believing it's possible. They are convincing me. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely looking at some baseball games because you're right though. Baseball is probably one of the slowest sports ever. Baseball is so slow. Okay. That's the next step in what I'm doing and learning is storytelling, right? Just going deep into information and learning about all these guys and getting the little nuances and learning about how when he was in the third grade, his teacher wrote him a letter saying he might make it to the NBA, or how he had a one professor tell him you get an F and you're never gonna make it. Little stuff like that, or how he fought through a disease, or how he wears this number for his grandma. Little stuff like that, because that's the personal part that makes people like, oh wow, that's really cool. So I got to get there, but that's the part that takes time and takes knowing and making good connections. Jalen Tyson inside fade away, Ananobi with the rebound. 98-71. They still have their starters out. Towns, Ananobi still out there with Alvarado, McBride, and Salmon against Allen, Mitchell, Tyson, Max Struess, and Mobley. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ananobi hitting behind the backs on Struess. Step back, triple. Ooh. Mitchell up to Mobley. Bunt fakes, throws up the hook shot, rebounded by Towns. Ooh, tough layup for Carl Anthony Towns. Puts his shoulder down and goes straight ahead. 17 points for the big. 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. Quite the night. Jared Allen with an easy dunk. Oh, caught the ball out of bounds. Young man, why are you out there? That's real strong. I like that cat. Hey, that's one thing about Town that's been consistent. He's got touch. He's got great touch. I just wish he was a little more athletic. I wish he was like in better shape. I think he could be way better. Like if he was a little stronger, but he's in like this awkward. To me, this is just visually and watching him play because his body just real awkward looking. He's lanky, but he's not, and he's big, but he's not muscular. He's like a weird mix of muscle and body fat, but it works. But it doesn't work when he's posting up. He doesn't have enough strength to really post people up. And I also feel like he's never learned that. But he's also like strong enough to really get in there and when he needs to. Like he's not that fast and he's not that strong. But it all works. Like I can't hate on him. I really can't. I can't. Cat was really like top 5 centers in the league for a little while. Do y'all remember that? Cat was like, whoa. Him on the Timberwolves, top 5. He was probably top 15 players in the world. If I'm being honest, he was probably considered top 15. There was a time when you're like, oh, the best bigs in basketball were DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, Carl Anthony Towns. Crazy, right? Hey, three-pointer for McBride from the left corner. That is a 31-point lead for the New York Knicks. Inside to Mobley, hand off to Allen, throws that one down. Towns, punt fake, takes it inside. Another finger roll. Yo, okay, Towns. Okay. Okay, that's one thing you can do. You got the touch and you got a shot on you. You got the clip. Anecdotes, yep. This is rough. This is rough. Mitchell, step back, fade away. That jumper falls. 105 to 76. 31 points for the all NBA second team guard and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is one of the best shooting guards in the league. But you would just never know, bro. He don't get a lot of respect. I don't know. You just would never know, but I feel like you don't get respect. I think it's gotten better. He was on Utah over there working in silence. He's here in Cleveland now working in not silence, working in loss. It's just it makes it hard to watch. I can't lie, but I think Donovan Mitchell's pretty good. Will he just be another guy cursed with no championship? All honesty, I the basketball is just a place where the same team starts to win over and over again. I'm starting to think, and some teams will just never have that ability to win. Ananobi with an easy dunk on the fast break. Timeout, Cleveland. It's over. It is over. It is done for. He does need to do more than score points. I think that's one thing I don't know who I was having this conversation with, but how the scoring guard, the pure scoring guard, is fading away, disappearing out of the NBA. This is guys like, and they would often be six men back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Vinnie Johnson from the Pistons back then, Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford's, guys who are purely offense. Cam Thomas is right now, the Jordan Pools, the Marcus Powell. I think he played in Kansas State. He was drafted, didn't do much, right? Guys like that, small guards who just get buckets. The Bones Highlands, the Rob Dillinghams. They just don't fit in the NBA anymore. There are so many scorers. Scoring no longer makes you special because that's all every 7-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid is mastering right now, scoring. So that's why you'll see a lot of guys in the NBA who aren't that prolific scorers who plays great defense, very physical, and they stay. But you'll find a Rob Dillingham who could probably get you any type of bucket of Bones Highland or crazy Bobo. He was offense purely. Tall as he was, his thing was offense. He didn't work out. He also just didn't have that motor in him. But it's just like you're not special if you just can get a bucket anymore. And you also need to be a leader. That's another thing with Mitchell. He has to like step up. I don't like what has he done to invigorate his team right now? That's the real question. I did not know what that was. Okay, they still haven't given in, huh? Who's out there? Yeah, they did. They got Jordan Clarkson and Mitchell Robinson out there. Shamit, McBride, and Alvarado. Oh, Thomas Bryant's playing too. This is how you know it's over. It's 8 minutes of this garbage. Ooh, tough. Jalen Brunson's already been out this whole fourth, I guess. McBride throws it up. Hits the bottom. I guess. I guess. Up by 35. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, they leaving. This is bad. Like I'm telling you, if you're, why do you? I don't know. I just don't agree. I get you probably don't want to get your guys injured, but I'm just not taking out anybody. Y'all need to stay out there. Learn a lesson. Learn a lesson, bro. This is the middle of the season. Cool. This was game two. Okay. This is game four. Series on the line. And you take all your guys out with 8 minutes to go. I don't even know who these guys are. Jordan Clarkson. Thomas Bryant with the rebound. Thomas Bryant used to win me so many fantasy basketball games back in high school when he was on the Wizards because he was the best player on the Wizards for somehow. I mean, this is when Bradley Beal was there and fake injured. Man, the Wizards going through so much. Leon Rose. Leon Rose, you might get a Medal of Honor. Same with Mike Brown. Whole Knicks gonna get a key to the city, especially if they win a championship. When is the last time the Knicks won, bro? Oh, 99, they said that. But no, won. They went in '99. When the last time they won? Whew, I don't even know. Clarkson 3. We can start researching stuff at this point, bro. Nobody's watching this. People don't really care about this now. It's over. The Knicks' last championship, 1973. They defeated the Los Angeles Lakers 4-1 in the finals to capture the second title in franchise history. Their first was in 1970. All right, so can we? I'm a little curious. Change has to come in Cleveland. If change doesn't come in Cleveland, there will be no more Cleveland. All honesty, they might need to move the. Is that crazy? Move the Rockets? Change ownership? Something. I don't know. It's another city who probably deserve a team more than Cleveland, bro. Why does Cleveland have all these teams? Maybe Cleveland. Cleveland, I guess, is a big city, but like that's bad. Dan Houston is probably gonna get a key to the city. You know, I can't be mad at that take. Why are the Knicks like regard? Like I know New York is just biggest city in the country, right? One of the biggest cities in the world, and they've had a basketball team forever. But they've only got 2 championships in franchise history. 70 and 73, and they're held in that high a regard. That's pretty crazy to me. They appeared in the finals 51, 52, 53, 70, 72, 73, 94, 99. Only time they've won, they've beat the Lakers. Interesting. They lost. Wow. Rochester Royals. Rochester, like in New York, is crazy. Man, has the NBA changed? Minneapolis Lakers. They lost to the Minneapolis Lakers 52 and 53. They beat the Lakers in 70. This is when they moved to LA. Beat them in 72. Lost in 72. Won in 73. Wow. It's yeah, that makes sense because it's just such a loyal fan base. So many people in New York, so many people who love the team. They're so historic and they've been around for so long. They got to bring in so much money as an organization. Outside 3, man. No, don't take that, bro. You not earn your minutes by being a good player. Thank you. Good 3, bang. Yo, they up 42. They're up 42. Timothy Chalamet out there looking 14 years old. Why he look like that? Missed 3 from the corner. Another one knocked down from the left side. 3 more for the Knicks. Up by 45. Hard clank from the Cavs. Top of the 3. Thomas Bryant straight through. Okay. It's just a 42-point lead. Just 42 with 4 minutes to go. Just under 4 minutes. I'll be honest. I don't know how much NBA fans cared about this series. I don't think they did, bro. I don't think they did. I will say this is just my stream, of course. The first one had the Thunder and Spurs series get like 60 people to come in total. My first one I think had like 10 people, and this one had 20. People don't stay around. Like I don't think a lot of people care. First, nobody cares about the Cavs, especially without LeBron. Nobody cares about the Cavs. People care about the Knicks, but it's just less entertaining. Kolek with another three. Patrick, you went over there smiling. He like, hold on. Y'all want to do this as soon as I'm gone, right? I'm done with basketball. Now we winning. Kolek with another three. Keon Ellis hits the three. Yeah, truthfully, the Knicks are going to challenge them seriously. It's going to be 6 games minimum. Minimum. I'm gonna say Thunder, but it's going to be 6 games minimum. Shout out to Josh Hart. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Apparently, everybody better than Brunson till it's time to be better than Brunson. Brunson was a backup on the Mavericks. Stepped up, became the lead guard for the Mavericks. Outside of Luka, became a second fiddle. They get rid of him. They don't think his value, I guess, is that much. What do they get back? Nothing. I think it was free agency, not a trade. You lose one of the best guards. I thought he was nice then. He continues to get better and better, and is now top 3-point guards in the NBA. What do you do? Like, how do you look at yourself? As a Dallas Maverick fan, you have continued to lose again and again. And then you make the NBA Finals, somewhere no one thought you would be. Y'all looked solid that year. You lose to Boston. And you make another massive mistake. You get rid of one of the most inevitable players in basketball. One of the greatest offensive players we've seen in a long time, Luka Doncic. You got rid of Brunson. Cool. Now he's going to the finals. You got rid of Luka Doncic. He's had probably one of his craziest seasons. Should have been in the NBA MVP conversation, but it was just too many dogs this year. Did he make all NBA? It is. It is. Brunson had an insane year. To me, though, I think what it is people just view of the Knicks is like they're going to be the same. Like, they're going to be good, but are they going to win? I think that's how people see the Knicks. Like, and that's why, to me, I kind of like put them in the back of my mind. Like, they win games. Yeah, they're looking good. But I'm like, they don't have enough pieces. But now I'm replaying the words, and my friend who from the city be like, yo, Knicks in 5 versus Spurs. I'm like, I don't think it'll be versus Spurs, but I'm like, you know what? You don't sound too crazy. You don't sound too crazy, and you're confident in the Knicks. Confidence in the Knicks no more. But let's see this All NBA team. They still playing music in that arena. If you don't turn that music off, bro, let's see how empty the arena is. Yeah, everybody's leaving. I wouldn't even want to dance at these half times. That would just seem awkward. I'm gonna just take my money, I guess, but yeah, they are gone. This place is half of what it was before. They proved it. You're right. They had to earn the respect that people were wanted to give them. but they just didn't earn before. All the NBA first team has Luka on it. Okay. K, Luka, Shea, Wemby, Jokic. No argument. That's pretty obvious. All defensive team: Rudy, Chet, Asar, Victor Wembanyama, Derek White. Okay. Okay. Second team for All NBA: Jalen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson. This is another time where two Thunder players made All NBA. Okay. Third team: Maxey, Murray, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duran, Chet Holmgren. A little surprised Chet Holmgren make it, but I mean he had a good season. Donovan Mitchell making second team makes sense. Cade Cunningham making first team makes sense. I'm trying to think though. Kawhi, I guess the Clippers are just one of those teams where you just will never win. So seeing him on the first team being on the Clippers, or second team being on the Clippers is like, could have been somebody else, right? But I mean, who? Oh my God. Top of the key, Thomas Bryant once again. That one's not it. They're winning by 40 right now. So if you voted over 20, very smart, easy decision. If that was a parlay, yeah, you won that. Ooh, good pass. Yeah, I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see what they want. I'm seeing what they want from the Knicks. It is going to be. It's going to be a long time before the Knicks play basketball again. And if I'm honest, whoever they play first game, I think they'll lose and then win the second. That's my prediction. No matter who it is, Thunder or Spurs, they will lose the first, win the second. Possibly lose the first and second, and then win the next two at home because of rest. But mine is lose the first, win the second. Kolik again. Yeah, 40 seconds left. Clock's winding down. Thomas Bryant still shooting threes and making threes from the top of the key. I'm seeing Thomas Bryant fight harder than four of the five starters for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Keon Ellis as well. You got a lot to worry about. Coach, you was right. Donovan Mitchell is skilled enough to lead a team. But it's the same problem a lot of skilled players have. I think this is Kevin Durant's biggest problem, dribbling the ball out right now. You just don't have the mentality of a leader. You can play like a leader, but you don't have the mentality of a leader. I need to see that. I need to see it. It will be a tough first game for the West. My reasoning for saying it is because they'll come into it warm. 4-0 is crazy, babe. Yeah, it was pretty nasty for Cleveland. They weren't built for the moment. You win some, you lose some, but they lost a lot. But my reasoning is because I think they'll come into that game warm, coming off a series. Like they'll have a reasonable amount of rest, and they'll be warm enough, prepared enough to win that first game. But I think once the blood gets flowing for the Knicks after game one, they'll be right back into the groove. But I think that's with any time that you rest for a long time. Same reason why I think the Thunder lost game one. Because I think down the road it might be more difficult for the Spurs because they've been playing a lot more basketball. more rough and tough. They've been beat up more. So that could really be a deciding factor, especially if Wemby keeps having games like this where he's getting fouled a lot, beat up on. It'll be a lot. I want to see who's going to – well, it has to go to Jalen Brunson. It has to go to Jalen Brunson, the Larry Bird Eastern Conference playoff MVP, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Has to go to Jalen Brunson. Oh. But that was pretty atrocious. I don't think the NBA was thinking that would be their product. Yeah, so whoever wins the Thunder and Spurs series will play the Knicks in the NBA Finals. So it's always East versus West. All the teams on the East Coast, even the Oklahoma's, I think it's on the East Coast technically, but they're in the Western Conference versus the East Coast, which is the Knicks and the Cavs, who are both Eastern Conference teams. At the end of both of them winning their conference, Spurs and Thunder for the West, and Cavs and Knicks, who just won the East, will come together for the NBA Finals to win the NBA championship, which is decided in 7 games. Right now, the Thunder are considered the top seed in basketball. Cavs won 16 straight games. They haven't lost 16 games in a row. They've won 16 straight, right? Just walking through the playoffs. So they're both very, very good teams facing in the NBA Finals. Depending on who wins, Spurs or Thunder, it'll be a good NBA championship. We're gonna watch it. 4-0 really is crazy. Cleveland has a lot of changes to make. They need to be bad again. They need to be bad again. You know, last time they came up and got Kyrie. You need another one of those. I mean, they got Mobley. I don't know. The team is run bad. You need replace James Harden. James Harden retire. That is the answer. They got to rebuild. That's it. But no, they can't rebuild. They need to find the right piece. Right? Because they did rebuild. And they have a decent base. They have a strong base. It's got a lot of defense. It's got a good scoring guard to lead them. They need to fill in those middle positions. Max Strus is cool. If you can get somebody better, I think you lost somebody valuable in I forget his name right now. He played for Virginia when they won a championship. But they need to find a replacement for James Harden because James Harden is not good at basketball. It's a parade inside my city. You coming to New York? Hey, that'd be a good parade. Hey, David, you have a blast up here. Not in Syracuse, but in New York City. If you went to that parade, the city gonna be up. It's probably gonna be a lot of destruction and a lot of love. People gonna be very happy. People gonna be smiling in the streets in New York. How often is that, right? People saying hello to each other. People just talking to each other, right? I might gotta make a trip to the city. That'd be fun. Knicks winning it all. You probably do want that. I was just talking about this. I would not be mad. I wouldn't be mad. Happy as I am as a Thunder fan, I think we have more championships in our future. We have to continue to grow. I think we've got a lot figured out. I don't think we can come back with the same team every year, of course. But if the Knicks win this year, hey, more power to them, bro. They're built for it. On paper, the Knicks have a really, really good team. They're not. Oh yeah, they're not gonna burn stuff down like Philly. I think New York is also more on lockdown than Philly is. Philly just like violence, like they do. But I think there'll be some. Just it's gonna be real loud. It's gonna be a very loud night. This city really will not sleep. That's really what it is. It's not gonna be a lot of peace in that city. Like you're not gonna be able to like, wow, it's a real calm day. No, it's probably gonna be more loud and obnoxious than ever. Probably won't be a lot of backflips leading to people falling off poles or just stupidness. No idiots in the street, please. It won't be like that when Philly won the Super Bowl. But it will be something. It'll definitely be something to watch. Hold on, I forgot. I gotta pull this back up so we can watch. See who wins. Who wins the trophy? Eastern Conference Finals MVP. You got Walt Frazier and Patrick Ewing, the two best Knicks ever. I guess. Carmelo right after that. Hold on, they giving that trophy to Brunson. Congratulations, young man. You rule this city, right? Last person to bring a chip to the city was Eli Manning. That was 2011. I think. I'm a Giants fan, so those are the happy days back in elementary school. He said, "Get out of here." Josh Hart. They gotta. There's some friends. There's some interesting friends. I'm telling you, look, just so y'all know, when Brunson first got here to New York, they said they only did it because of his dad. Now, all the people that said that, I wonder how they feel now, right? They said his dad's on the staff. That's the only reason he's here. Nah. Wow. Thank you, babe. I don't know why you sent me this. It's very kind. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Man, it's my TikTok. Thank you, baby. Yeah, I'm telling you, he just wants to win. He realized that he's where he's wanted, where he's appreciated, and now he's like, hey, we're just gonna put it together and we're gonna win. We're gonna win a championship. It shows you a lot about him as a leader. You're right. Unanimous decision. Jalen Brunson, Eastern Conference Player, Finals MVP. Okay then. Congrats to Jalen Brunson, man. He's going to do great things. I'm excited for the NBA Finals, but we got to get past the San Antonio Spurs first. Yes, I'm talking about OKC. They must beat the Spurs. This he really is though. He really is because they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not. They're different players, but they're both scoring guards. But the mentality is the difference. The mentality is the difference. I'm not in that locker room, so I don't want to be one of those analysts or commentators who are like, "Oh, he's not a good leader." But you can see a clear difference on how that team is together. Clear difference. Obviously, a 3-0 difference, a winless difference. Something is different. You see one put up 30, one put up 15. They're all both averaging about 25 points. What? They're both very high scoring guards who aren't really defensive. But one of them figured it out. Talent level wasn't that huge of a difference. It's the mentality. It's their approach. It's the mindset. It's a difference. Mitchell's got some learning to do. Or if not, he got to do what Paul George did. Take a step back. Be the second fiddle. Yep. Take a step back and be the second fiddle. I think that's a lot of things a lot of NBA guards had to learn. Kyrie Irving had to learn it. Chris Paul had to learn it, right? He can't be the best player on the team. Dwayne Wade had to learn it. Not everybody is built for that role. Not everybody. Very few guys. SGA built for it. Brunson built for it. Steph Curry built for it. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to win in the NBA. And you can see who's learned and who's still learning. But that's about it, man. That's about it. I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Y'all been supporting. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another one. Another stream. Hopefully a win for my guys over there in Oklahoma City. We're coming back to the Paycom. It's your boy Jahi. I really, really hope y'all enjoy and come back. You're absolutely right. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm out, y'all.